Hello, we are Sornia. We consider this such a privilege to have this opportunity to be here with you. Initially, sometimes some of us have a little bit of a difficult time aligning ourselves with your energies. And you know that's no surprise to any of you. But when we begin our sessions with you, if you see us, like you get the notifications, you call them notifications, and they pop up. We would ask that you take a moment and align yourselves, because this is very, very important where you're at right now. Understanding the frequency, the alignment that you are creating, or that exists already, but so you can understand it, that you can feel it, that you can know it. We would ask that when you prepare yourself to listen to one of our sessions, that you take just a moment, 1-2 minutes, focus on yourselves and relax yourselves as you know how to relax yourselves. You know what we're talking about. Take your attention and focus it on the heart. We're staying focused on the heart continually, and you know that. Focus on your heart center and let it guide you. There is no right or wrong way that this alignment is going to occur. So say you are sitting and it's 12 a.m. on a Wednesday and you can't sleep. You're tossing and turning in bed. You've left your phone on. You hear ding ding, whatever you hear. Oh, something's come through. You look. Oh, it's Sornia's messages. Sornia always puts me to sleep. Nice to know. We're joking. We're glad. Remember, take that. It's fine if you fall asleep. And then you want to listen. And you immediately open it up. You're cheating yourselves out of opportunities for learning. You're cheating yourselves out of opportunities for greater expansion and understanding. What we'd like for you to do is pause, take your attention onto the heart, a couple of deep breaths, feel your body relax as best you can, because we know that you're feeling agitated if you're awake at 1-2 in the morning. Again, it could be another time of the day. But feel your breath. Notice everything. Take the time to notice everything. Feel the breath and then ask. Remember, some of you have stopped asking again. We can't move forward if you don't ask. And some of you are going, can't we just, the position we're in or whatever? Yeah, it works, but say it out loud. Sornia, I see you've come through. Show me how to align with your energies at this time. So focus on your heart. Focus on the alignment or the notification that has come through. See what you get. Did you follow it through? Did you notice anything? Did something come through? Because we can guarantee you, the more you do this, the more you will understand. You will feel, sense, know this alignment, not just as a sound, but as a wisdom, but as a path. It'll have more meaning for you. And this is what we want for you, and you want for yourselves as well, and you know that. So we're not telling you something that's way off mark. In fact, some of you probably went, I was thinking of doing that, or I'm already doing that, and we know some of you are. So take this opportunity to do that. I would do this with everything in my life, actually, if I were you. When you're sitting with somebody and you're having an interaction, a verbal, or maybe it's not even a verbal, maybe you're just standing in line with them for a movie ticket. Just see what you can do. It's not a violation of their free will or anything. We are all connected. How are you connected? Don't you think that's going to be a wonderful opportunity for you to gain that wisdom, to gain that understanding? We think you know this already, and it's just something you've set aside, have forgotten. But we want this for you, because as you gain greater and greater understanding of how your own personal energy in your earth suit, again, we have to qualify that because you are in that earth suit, which changes how you interact with higher beings. And because us higher beings are visiting you, and we are all over, where more and more of us are coming in, you're allowing more and more of us to come and interact with you, wouldn't it be nice to be able to know who they are with greater certainty? And that's what we want for you. We don't have a lot that we can, really give you to make your situation easier, but this guidance. And that's a lot. We know that that's a lot for all of you, and you're very grateful for it. But wouldn't it be fun for you to know what's the color of gratitude for you? What's your color of gratitude? What does your gratitude sound like? What does Sornia and that crowd, how do you sense Sornia? And can you sense when someone who isn't Sornia, but someone of a different degree of evolution comes forward? It'll be fun for you. Names are unimportant. You can gain names if you want, but we think it's more important to know the frequency, the vibration, the energetic impulse of all of us. Because as you know that, then you know us at a deeper level. And because we are all one and we are connected, there's no way you're going to get away from us. I don't think any of you really want to. If you did, you wouldn't be listening to this right now. So, again, thank you for being here. And thank you for taking time to share what you have learned. We've learned a lot in the past few weeks. Lots going on, huh? A lot of growth, a lot of wisdom, a lot of wisdom. We use the wisdom very loosely because there's a lot that you're learning at this time that you're going to want to piece apart as time goes on. You will be piecing it apart. Some of you are already doing it. We've seen some of you put little categories together and write your little chapters, and those wheels are churning. And, I could do this, and I'm going to try this. And I had this experience. We've had some of you write down some of your very difficult experiences. Some of them are heartbreaking at the human level, but you've written them down and you've shared with yourselves the heartbreak or the difficulty you've encountered in that human suit with others. And you've done it from the heart. Again, you've stayed focused on the heart. You've stayed in that place and you've done it from the heart. And what you've put on paper are words, but what we have received is the frequency and vibration of your experience. And that for us has been so valuable. That's what we've been wanting from everyone, as much of that as that we can get, because it is helping us to guide you even further and deeper into what it is that you will gain the most, what's most valuable for you at this time in terms of your own personal journeys in this realm that you call Earth, as it is separating and evolving into a couple of different Earths. Pretty interesting, huh? I don't know what we'll get out of this session. You already know that the Earths are separating. You know that you are part of you staying, some of you, not all of you, parts of you are staying in the 3D suit by choice. And some of you are not leaving anything left behind. We love those. You're like, let's take this off. Let's get this off. And you're quite in a hurry to do it. Don't be too much in a hurry. Don't leave anything behind that needs to be understood by you, please. Take your time. You have the time. Every one of you has the time that you need to get done what you need to get done at this time. I know some of you are worried about that. You won't have the time. Time's such an amazing construct. You have it. What you need to get done will be done by you. It's just, we have to reassure you that as you're going forward, we do have your back, as you say, and that what you're going through is bringing us somewhere that is not just a somewhere, okay, and you're not going to know about it, you're going to know about it. We love how you share what you share, like we said, through your heartbreaking stories of the human suffering. And you're seeing it so differently. Seeing it through the eyes, those eyes of compassion, along with the compassionate heart and the thoughtfulness of the brain. And then when you are grounded in the, through your lower chakras, that's been incredible. We want to really pat you on the backs for the incredible way in which most of you have managed to stay grounded from the solar plexus down. Keep up the grounding practices because it's working for most of you. So today, that's kind of a few updates about your visitors that are becoming quite the crowd. We'll talk about that in a minute, but we're here really to tell you where you are at so that you can kind of adjust if you need to or not. Again, it's up to you. Some of you have had these situations that you've been able to overcome some very strong adversity and teach others about the value of overcoming adversity, learning how to overcome adversity in that human suit. There have been 2 stories here that could have had very tragic endings. When we say tragic, we mean souls that would have been lost is the only way we could say to shorten it up too much. We don't have the time to go into the stories, but 2 souls that might have lost their way that did not, because there was certain individuals who stood by at a distance, though, observed an event that was occurring and held the space through the heart and through their own groundedness, held the space for a situation that could have, as we said, gone very dark in the loss of 2 valuable, beautiful souls, one of them being a child. It worked. We needed to bring that forward because you've been asking those that were involved, did it do any good? And yes, it did. So thank you. You'll have more of these events occurring because that's the phase that you are now in. So you've come a long way in terms of your own personal evolution, in terms of your own abilities to recognize frequency, vibration, how you carry yourselves, how you interact in your human suit, everything. You're as far as you're going to get at this moment. You will get farther as time moves on, because as you have your experiences in your human suit, it causes you automatically to expand and grow, but you know that. So there will be more events, but each one of you can't go any farther in the moment. That will change probably this week, that you'll be able to expand out more and bring more reinforcements, energetic reinforcement for yourself so that you'll be able to do more. But that's where you're at right now. And what those of you who have chosen to interact with a higher dimensional being, you've been doing that very well. The communication is good. Even if you're not sure about it, we're here to tell you that you have been and you've benefited from it as they have. So again, those 2 stories that we didn't give you the details on, but we wanted to give you the end result. They went well because of everything that you have done. So being where you're at is important for you to understand. Knowing that these evolved beings are here with you, supporting you on your journey is important. More have come in. They've come in order to support this process that you are in really deep. It's really quite beautiful how it can be groups that you've come in to interact with in a way that you surround them with your own space holders. I don't know what to say. We can't always find the words, but you're holding that space, right? And sometimes it's in a group that you're doing it. Sometimes you're individuals. So mind you, when I say group, you might not even know that you're part of a group. Again, let's say you're at a movie theater or a grocery store. You observe something going on and you're like, I need to step up to the plate. I need to do what I would do if I were by myself, right? You don't know that the guy behind the counter isn't also doing it. You can take a sweep around and look and see if you can recognize it in their eyes, because that's where you will be able to recognize it. But it doesn't matter. You've got on it, be there, do what you've been doing all along. Some of them aren't what you think they are, but it's not wasted energy. It never is wasted, because it's always coming from the heart, because that energy then gets laid very beautifully upon the entire environment in which you're in. So anybody in that room or in that space that you are in, that you are bringing up the compassion. Some of you are going very deep when you're bringing up the compassion. You're going into some of your very deep places where you were wounded, you've healed it, or you're in the process of healing it, and it's uncomfortable enough. So don't worry, you're not allowed to bring it up if it hasn't been healed. So we're not putting out negative stuff, but you've healed it to the degree that you can bring it up, and it's compassion, love, caring, all of that you are layering on top of some of these negative, more difficult situations. So you're leaving places better than when you found them. And you'll be doing that until you feel the impulse to do things more. So that being said, we want to talk just a little bit about the 12th dimensional beings that are in here. We call them 12th dimensional. They've been assisting you. You've been interacting with them. There's been the expansion outward of your own energies in your own physical, energetic form, the etheric form that you have has expanded out. So you may be feeling at times the physical results. We don't know. Maybe you're not feeling anything. But if you're feeling, again, the physical, a dizziness, off balance, lightheadedness is more of what we've been observing. Some of you might be getting headaches. Use your breath. Breath is always the go-to that we have for you in that form, your physical form. Use your breath, standing in the ground outside. Very important, grounding yourself if you can. Imagine yourself grounding, sun, looking up to the sun, not with your eyes open if you can't, of course, but letting the sun penetrate. We've offered that in the past for you, letting the sun penetrate the heart. So if you can lay down in the grass and maybe feel the ground pulling you and holding you, and feeling the sun penetrate the heart, that will help you also. And you'll think of your own ways of doing it too. That's what we like, and then we share some of your ideas with everyone. So we want you to know that these things are of great value to all of us, and that everything that you can be doing in regards to that will be rewarded for you. So again, some interruptions. Hopefully you can bide these interruptions with a fair amount of patience. We are doing the best we can with what we have. As you know, the medium is in, we'll talk about that for a moment. The medium isn't in the best physical situation to always address what she is normally able to address. So we would ask for your patience at this time. We feel as the medium feels, we are speaking for her right now, that if you could overlook and be patient with what we are doing here, because she feels, as we do, the messages and our connecting with you in this way is more important than the precision and the quiet that you may feel. And it's actually a wonderful way of you practicing not letting external environment interrupt your own feelings of peace and calm. It's a way to look at it as an opportunity to practice that calm in spite of the storm. And so I guess this would be an opportunity to point that out, that you will be having to have to do that. So there will be, in the future, as we said, lots of disruptions to your peace, as you've already been having. So why not practice this now, instead of feeling annoyed or aggravated that there were sounds that took you out of that peaceful place. See if you can't breathe through them and see them as an opportunity to practice overriding the noise in your life to find your place of peace in spite of the noise or because of the noise. Whatever, you're going to have noise. So embrace it the best way you can, and know that it's not, things are going to go the way they need to go, and they are headed in that direction. What do we mean? That things are on the right path. There have been some skipping of jumping timelines, as you know. You've already felt it. They're actually quite foolish. We are just mentioning them here now because of how blatant the timeline jumps have been in terms of your Mandela, you call them Mandela effects, in terms of people, your average person noticing them. We kind of chuckle here because they have been so blatant. At this point, we'd say just about everybody understands the significance of the Mandela effect. So enjoy it. Let's see. Going down my list here, wanted to touch on everything so that we don't leave anything with you questioning. I think we've covered everything. Keep sharing. Keep loving each other so deeply, so profoundly, so joyfully. Joyfully. There's so much joy in your world. Have you been noticing it? Please tell us, because, a lot of you have. We have been noticing it popping up everywhere. All of the stuff going on in your world that many of you are focusing on the negativity, of course, because you still haven't completely learned how to focus on less negativity, but you're getting there. The joy. There's so much more of it, and we see it. And again, what color is your joy? Or colors? How do you see joy in your life? Not just through actions and behavior. Does it have a color? Does it have a taste? Does it have a third dimensional sense? This will help you in recognizing so much more and bringing more of that forward, because we're seeing it, and we're seeing it all over. Joy, wonderful. So that is what we have for you today, and we're feeling very joyful right now because we enjoy our time with you. It's hard for us to kind of go away to end these sessions with you because there's so much we get out of them as well. This will be all for now. Hard to pull away, but we want you to know that we love you very much, and we're there for you. We are all in this together. We love you very much. We are Sornia. Goodbye.